There's no check-in baggage allowed. So that is what Prem will check out today, whether we can buy an extra check-in baggage.
Okay.
Then we'll recertify the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, you're good to go.
Okay. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamotim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhotam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Chaiva Tato Jayamudirayet Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Jayaha. No, you relax, Amma. You have a lot of work.
Okay.
Okay. Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yogaha Bhagavan Vacha Idam Tute Guhyatamam Pravakshyamyana Suyave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yajñātvā mokṣasye shubhāt Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitramidamuttamam Pratyakshya Dharmyam Susukam Kartumavyayam Ashraddhana Purushaha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mruchu Samsaravatmani Maya Tatamidam Sarvam Jagadavyaktamurtina Mastani Sarva Bhutani Nachaham Teshwavastitaha Nachamastani Bhutani Pashyame Yogamaishwaram Bhuta Brunnacha Bhutastaha Mamatma Bhuta Bhavanaha Yatha Kasha Stito Nityam Vayut Sarvatra Gomahan Tatha Sarvani Bhutani Mastani Chupadaraya Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakrutim Yanti Mamikam Kalpakshaye Punasthani Kalpado Visrujamyaham Prakrutim Swamavashtabhya Vishrujami Punah Punaha Bhutagramamimam Krishnam Avasham Prakrutirvashat Nachamam Tani Karmani Nibadhanti Dhananjaya Udasina Vadasinam Asaktam Teshu Karmasu Maya Dhyakshena Prakritihi Suyate Sacharacharam Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagadviparivartate Avajanante Mam Mudhaha Manushim tanumashritam param bhavamajanantah mama bhuta maheshwaram. The 7th chapter verse, which is kind of equivalent to this, reads what? Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayah param bhavamajanantah mama vyayamanutamam. Prior to that is antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavachyalpamedasam devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Okay. Avajananti mam modhaha manushim tanumashritam param bhavamajanantaha mama bhuta maheshwaram mama vajamavavi. Avyayam, I was about to go to the 7th chapter. Mama bhuta maheshwaram moghasha mogha karmanaha mogha jnana vichetasaha rakshasi masurim chaiva prakrutim mohinim shritaha mahatmanastu mam pada दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसः ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम् सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां यतन्तश्च दृढव्रताः नमस्यन्तश्च मां भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् अहं क्रतुरहं यज्ञः स्वधाहमहमौषधम् मन्त्रोऽहमहमेवाद्यम् अहमग्निरहं हुतम् पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः रुक्सामयजुरेव च गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम् तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णामृत्युजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुना त्रैविद्या मां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान् ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालम् क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्नाः गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. Yeah. Can you get back to the 14th or 15th verse? Maybe more like 15th. Yeah. Jnana ye correct. Jnana yajnena chapyanye yajanto mamupasate ekatvena pradhatvena bahuda vishvato mukam. Dr. Brahmara had a doubt whether this ekatvena pradhatvena bahuda vishvato mukam can be equated to the worship of the deities. We were discussing that. Now, yesterday towards the end, one lady asked also another question, which was kind of related to Brahmara's question. Now, if you people permit me, we will discuss this aspect a little more before we go on to the slokas. Before that, it is necessary that we finalize the timings for our Gita Zoom class from tomorrow. That Dr. Brahmara will talk to you now. And if there are any suggestions, you please put forward that.
Yeah, tomorrow we can have it at the same time because we'll be in transit, we'll be traveling. But from day after tomorrow, that is 9th India time, Bahrain, Kuwait, Australia time, 9th of August onwards, we will shift the timings to by 2 hours. We'll just shift from wherever it is to by 2 hours. So it will essentially therefore be 9:30 India time in the morning, 7 o'clock Bahrain time, Kuwait and Bahrain time, and it will be 9 o'clock California time in the evening.
So that will be from the 8th August for California.
8th August for California, correct.
Okay. It will be from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock California.
Yes.
Yeah. And it will be in India 9:30 to 10:30.
Yes.
In the morning on the 9th.
Yes.
And such like corrections for the rest of the places where people are.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, is that final? So tomorrow we are going to have at the same time.
Sunita. Ramraji, this is Sunita.
Yes,
For
Sunita.
us, yeah, for us 9:30 to 10:30 office it starts, So can we do instead of 2 hours, can we do shifting 1.5 hour by any chance?
Yeah, why not?
So
Do
that is
why. Yeah, no problem. That is
so
what
if we
was
do
suggested.
yeah, if we do 1.5 hour, like office starts from 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So 1.5 is better actually. So if we can do that.
No problem. So we'll shift by 1.5 hours to accommodate everyone. So instead of 9:30, we'll start at 9 o'clock India time. And we'll start at 6:30 Bahrain Kuwait time. Okay. And it will be 4:30 Aberdeen time, Scotland for me. That's fine.
8:30.
8:30 California time.
Okay.
Yeah, I will put the revised timings in the group.
Okay.
That is fine. That's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Now getting back to the question which we were discussing yesterday. Jnana chapyanye yajanto mamupasate ekatvena prudhatvena bahuda vishwato mukham. Whether this ekatvena prudhatvena bahuda vishwato mukham, which will be equivalent to worship of the deities. The answer was a firm no. This is all only regarding Bhagavan. Jnana yajnena chapyanye yajanto mam upasate. That mam is important. That mam, it does not say mama deities. Okay. Mama devatas. Mam upasate. And that upasana ekatvena prudhatvena bahuda vishwato mukham. Now, the question is by worshipping of the deities with the bhavana of Satchitananda Swarupaha, whether it will be okay. The point to be considered is, why are you worshipping the deities? Whatever deity you want to worship, it is welcome. Even Bhagavan says, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yo yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayachitumichati. Whoever, in whatever form they want to propitiate whatever devata, tasya achalam shraddham. For those people, unshakable shraddha tameva vidadhamyaham. I will ensure that the Shraddha continues. That means what? Bhagavan is saying, go ahead with whatever you have decided to do. Go ahead. No stopping. I will help you in that direction. Okay? But Bhagavan also has said, Yepyanya devata bhaktaha yajanto mam upasate. Right? I am going to give the karma phala, that puja phala, I am going to give through the deities. Whereas if you worship me, you will gain me. If you worship me directly, you will gain me. If you worship other deities, other forms of my manifestation, I will, as per, because I am the karma jaksha and karma phala data also, I will ensure that the karma phala for whatever effort you had put in worshipping the deities, you will indeed get. And for you to continue worshipping the deities, the necessary Shraddha I will ensure is available to you all the time. But if you directly worship me, Mad Bhaktayanti Mamapi. The point is whether we should not do that or we should go through the indirect means of trying to worship Bhagavan indirectly through the deities. So when you do through the deities, the point to be considered is, why are you worshipping the deities? For whatever puja you are doing, whatever yajna, yaga, whatever you are doing, why? For what? That is the start point for our discussion.
Maybe initially, before exposure to this knowledge, it was for some limited gains. It was, for instance, when I was a student, I would pray to Lord Hanuman, Lord Ganesha, not so much Ganesha, but more Lord Hanuman, to give me strength to go through the exam and all that.
Yeah.
So it was for a limited purpose.
Okay.
But after having been exposed to the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Advaita, that thing is shifted. The prayer is more as a as a mark of gratitude. It's just something that, it's an activity that gives me a lot of fulfillment, a lot of happiness and uplifting state of mind. And there is no limited result as such. I mean, it's not for something, it is just out of happiness.
So without desiring any karma phala,
Yes,
you want to worship the deity.
correct.
Why do you want to shift the worship of the deities to different deities at different times?
Because aren't they all manifestations of the one? They are there in our scripture, we've been exposed to them from our childhood.
But why don't you, wait a minute, why don't you stick to one deity? Why are you shifting the deities? That means you have got a bhakti which is not avyabhicharini. It keeps on shifting from deity to deity to deity. Can it not be just centered on one deity? And in that centering on one deity, you, like you said, you are as though you are having the thought of Satchitananda Swarupaha, and you are not desiring any karma phala. Okay? When you are not desiring any karma phala, why the deity at all? Why not Kitapa directly? When you are not seeking any karma phala, why not directly Kitaya? So there is some conflict in your mind. You would like to, with the knowledge of the Gita, with the knowledge of the Prabodha of Bhagavan Krishna, you are convinced that you will have to better change your attitudes regarding your worship. That you are convinced. That is very good. but you are not fully in line with Bhagavan's teaching. Bhagavan does not forbid you to worship the other deities. Please go ahead. But don't you please, as though convince yourself that you are worshipping Sachitananda Swarupaha, which to my mind is not right. Because any activity anybody undertakes, okay, phalam anuddishya mandhopi na pravartate. Even a dullard will not undertake any activity without the phalam, without phalam anuddishya. When you are worshipping Bhagavan, you are having phalam in mind. And what is the phalam? Moksho me bhuyad iti ichuhu. That phalam, that is there. Phalam anuddishya mandaha api na pravartate. It is simply not possible. Just like that, it is not possible. Because mind desires some kind of a recompense for its effort. And any effort, kayena vacha, manasendriyerva, all these things emanate from the mind. When the mind desires something, then the rest of the commands will go to the karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, whatever. And your conduct, your pravartana, your effort will be in that direction. This is something we'll have to understand. We are in a transitory phase, perhaps, between what we have been doing earlier and what we are convinced we need to do now. We are in transition. Let the transition continue. Nothing wrong. Continue doing what you are doing. But don't you please delude yourself that you are propitiating Bhagavan Krishna directly. No. If you are indeed doing that, drop the deities. Go to Bhagavan all the time. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana padyupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Without any anya bhavana. Anya bhavana includes the deities. Anya bhavana includes the deities, not just one deity. We are shifting. Not only you, even I do that. I do the worship of the family man every day. Who is that family man? Bhagavan Ishvara. Bhagavan Ishvara. Amongst the Trinity, he is the only family man. He, his consort, Mother Parvati, Ganesha, and Subramanya. He is the family man. Okay? I worship him. Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. And pay my respects to him, not desiring anything. Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu is perhaps the only desire. Moksho me bhuyat iti aham ichuhu, that perhaps is the desire underlying the prayer. I also worship Mother Durga. Worship in the sense, in the mind. In the mind. Okay? Amma laganna yamma, muguramma la mola putamma. That kind of a thing. I chant every day. But don't seek anything from her. The only thing that is sought is Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Hey Durga Bhavani, why are you giving a lot of obstructions in my pursuit? You are Maya Devi. Please get out of my way. Please don't create any hindrances to me. Same thing, I worship Ganesha. Gam Ganeshaya Namaha. Ganeshaya Namaha. I'll do that. I worship Kitaya, Ramaya also. All these without seeking anything in return. But while worshipping them, I don't delude myself I am worshipping Sachitananda, because I have not grown to that extent yet. That's what I'm saying. We should know what we are doing, and we should, if you permit me to say so, out of our own convenience, we should not try to adapt what Bhagavan Krishna is saying. No. Bhagavan Krishna is very, very clear. Mam. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ye janaha padyupasate. Tesham nitya abhiyuktanam. Yogam chakshemam aham vahami. That is a promise. But the promise has a condition. Ananyaha chintayanto mam. Ananyaha chintayanto mam eva. Mam is mam eva. Mam eva, he is not saying, I am the one to be worshipped, no others. No, he is not saying that. But if you worship others, you will gain others. Devan devayajo yanti. Madbhakta yanti mamapi. This must be totally understood without any pratibandhakas created by us because of our present activities. These pratibandhakas must be removed. Unless we remove the pratibandhakas, we can't go forward. The number of times Bhagavan Krishna has said, Bhakti hi avyabhicharini, is numerous. That word he has used, avyabhicharini bhakti, that bhakti which does not keep on shifting. Bhakti hi avyabhicharini. That is very, very important. And yesterday, towards the end, one lady asked whether we should not keep on doing this to protect tradition. Yeah, you try to do your bit to protect tradition, fine. But what is your choice? Why are you trying to learn the Gita? Why at all this very difficult Zoom classes? And the classes time keep on shifting. And I will keep on telling you tomorrow no class, for next 15 days no class because I have some other activity. So you people are putting up with that inconvenience. Why? Why are you getting on to Bhagavan Krishna's teaching? For what purpose? You must understand that. If the purpose of your attending this with unflinching devotion, okay, Avyabhicharini Bhakti, you are using in the 7 to 8 time, our California time, that 5 to 7 time, Bahrain time, and 7:30 to 8:30 time in the morning, India time. All these you are doing. You are doing with a lot of commitment. Why? Is it uphold tradition? Tradition did not have Zoom classes. Zoom classes are a technology marvel, which is enabling us, people at different locations, to meet on one screen and keep on discussing the related topics, which are very, very dear to Krishna Bhagavan. They are very dear to Krishna Bhagavan because we are all dear to him. He wants us to be him. and the bodha from Krishna Bhagavan is nicely tailored in that direction. And we are convinced, we want to know what all else Krishna Bhagavan is going to teach us. Name bhakta pranashyati. My bhakta is indeed I. And my bhakta is in me. I am in him. All these things he has said a number of times. That means what? We will have to slowly but surely make steps in that direction without any distortion in our thinking. Any distortion in our thinking may be kind of having a momentum from what we have been doing thus far. What we have been doing thus far is not wrong. Understand this. But we should not unnecessarily equate that to the Bhagavad Seva directly. That is different. This much must be clearly understood. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong in seeking some karma phala from the deity we worship also. Nothing wrong. Because that is generated by our samskara, our swabhava. Swabhava jena kaunteya nibaddhasvena karmana. Because of your swabhava, you are generally bound by whatever karma you are doing. It is okay. It is okay. And that swabhava will have to be slowly but surely polished in the direction of having avyabhicharani bhakti on Kitaya. That we have to make positive steps, and in the process we should tell ourselves that we are doing this. Kitaya said nothing wrong with this, I am continuing. But this is not the be all and end all. I must, with wisdom, drop this and go forward. That must be our conviction. If we are confused about that, it will be a difficult journey for us. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
Yeah, actually, there was one question that Madhuri ji had, but she's not in the meeting right now.
Who raised this question?
Madhuri, she is not here, but on behalf of her, as far as I understand her question, if you
Okay.
allow, I will pose it now so
Please
that
go
we
ahead.
get some clarity. She was mentioning that we are Trigunatmika, we have Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas,
Correct.
and in order to uh, get out of this, you propitiate different deities. For instance, even Krishna had asked Arjuna to pray to Lourdes Durga, to Goddess Durga before the start of the war. Rama also prayed to I don't know, maybe Goddess Durga before the start of the war, before he fought with Ravana. So there was limited. There was, in order to remove obstacles. So there are some, and to get strength, we based on the situation, we invoke their blessings. So is that not in tune with? Uh, I mean, that was her question. She said, "Why isn't that?" And that too, Bhagwan Krishna himself had said that. So how is this different from what he's saying now?
Okay.
I'm not sure whether I've presented her question the right way, but
Okay. I understand her question. Her question is simply like this: because we are not gunatitaha. We are not gunatitaha, right? So whatever we are doing, it is in accordance with the gunas. Why should that be faulted is the question. Am I right?
Yes.
Right. Now I wonder whether she attended the discussions we've had on the 5th chapter.
Yeah, I think she was there
Not
throughout.
sure. Okay. There, yuktaha karma phalasaktam chektva shantimapnoti naishtikim ayukta kamakarena phale sakto nibajyate pashyan shrunvan sprushan jigran ashnan gachan swapan swasan pralapan visrujan grundhan unmishan nimishan api indriyani indriyadheshu vartanta iti dharayan. Indriyani indriyadheshu vartanta iti dharayan parantu aham na kinchit karomi iti tattvavit manyeta. Now what is your aim? Your aim in Gita Adhyayanam is what? You want to be a tattvavit? You want to be? Or you want to be a permanent guna adhinaha? What is your choice? That is what I am saying. Because of what we have been doing thus far, we should not make an effort to kind of justify that in line with the teaching of Bhagavan. Teaching of Bhagavan is unadulterated. It does not permit of any distortion. It is very, very clean and for our hitam. For our hitam. Yat shreyaha yaschan nishchitam bruhitan me. Sishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. And at the beginning of the Gita, we all took a vow that we will walk into the shoes of Arjuna and listen to Krishna Bhagavan. When we are walking into the shoes of Arjuna, these trigunas and things like that, these are simple inputs. Who does not know that we are gunasahitaha? Who does not know? Then why do we have to make an effort to justify that? That is what I am saying. This kind of an approach will make us very well hindered in our onward march. That should not be the case. See, Mahatmanastu mam pardha daivim prakritimashritah bhajanti ananya manasaha. Ananya manasaha. Ananya manasaha is what? That does not cater to the trigunas. Ananya manasaha. You simply put the trigunas to sleep and then you manifest what you can regarding bhakti. Bhajanti ananya manasaha jnatva bhutadim avyayam. Having known that I am the very cause for all the beings and I am avyayam. Jnatva mam. Having known me thus, if you have known him thus, you will drop those other things. Those other things are with you, but your effort is to get out of that. In the 14th chapter, Arjuna is going to ask Krishna how a person will become a gunatitaha and how to recognize a gunatitaha. Bhagavan will answer beautifully on the 14th chapter. That is Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogaha. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogaha. And Mahatmanastu Maham Pardha Daivim Prakritimashritah Bhajanti Ananya Manasaha Jnatva Mam Shantimruchyati. Jnatva Mam Shantimruchyati. That is very important. We must choose what we want. And after having chosen what we want, if we are under the compulsion of the momentum of what we have been doing earlier, we may continue that. Nothing wrong, even Bhagavan has granted that. This kind of a distinction in our assimilation of knowledge is very, very important. We can't have distracted thinking.
Yeah. Will that hinder the progress for Mukshu?
Yes.
Hmm?
Why will it not? If I can run pretty fast, and because I'm getting hindered because of this, I'm unable to run fast. Is it not directly related to that? There have been cases of Mahatmas who have turned a new leaf of life with absolute commitment and conviction that what they ought to do, they have not been doing till now, and they have to make a beginning at. That is required. Okay, if you people are convinced about that, we will go forward. I do not know where, in which verse we were earlier. Jnana yajnena chapyanye jajanto mamupasate ekatvena prudhatvena bahuda vishvato mukham. I think we were in the next verse. Aham kratuhu, aham yajnaha, swadaham, aham avyayam, something, yeah. Aham kraturaham yajnaha, swadaham aham aushadham, mantroham aham evadyam, aham agniraham hutam. Am I right, Brahmana? We were on this verse?
Yes, Nana.
Okay. Aham kratuhu. I am the ritual. See? Aham yajnaha. I am the worship. Okay. I am the yajnaha. Aham swadha. I am the food that is offered to the pitars. Okay. Aham aushadham. I am food in general. Aushadham also has a meaning of medicine. Okay, even that I am. Aham mantraha. I am the chants. Aham mantra. Can you shift this? Okay. I am the chants. Aham eva adyam. I alone am the ghee. Aham agnihi. I am the fire. Okay? Ritual fire. Aham agnihi. Aham hutam. I am the oblation. I'm everything. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaiva tena gantavyam, Brahma karma samadhina. There is nothing other than me. Matta parataram nanyat. Kinchidasti dhananjaya. What clarity is there in that verse? Mattaha, other than me. Parataram nanyat. There is nothing other than me. Okay? Devoid of me, there is nothing. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Not even an iota of anything that is possible without me. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Mayi sarvam idam protam. This kratu, this yajnaha, this swadha, this mantraha, adyam, and hutam, everything is I. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. If we have understood that verse in that 7th chapter, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya, if we have assimilated the essence of that verse, all these are very easily understood. And in the 7th chapter, he has given the essence of his Swarupa. And the essence of his Swarupa is given how? Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Apsu aham rasaha. I am the very taste-giving ability, faculty of waters. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Prabha asmi. Shashi surya yoho. Pranava Sarva Vedeshu, Shaddhake Paurusham Rushu, Punyo Gandha Prithivyamcha, Tejaschasmi Vibhavaso, Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu. I am the Jivatva in the Sarvabhuteshu. Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu, Tapaschasmi Tapasvishu. Bijam Mam Sarvabhutanam Vidhi Padda Sanatanam. So many ways Bhagavan took pains to explain his Swarupa to us. And he's telling his Prabodha is, hey, you worship me, you will attain to me.
Nana,
Ah,
right, I just had this clarification. Thank you for this beautiful explanation. When he says worship me, how do we do that? I know it's a very basic question, but
the
how do,
worship
yeah,
me in two ways. Worship him Saguna Rupena or worship him Nirguna Rupena. That Saguna Rupena becomes as though like the jhanam, okay? When you sit in front of your deity, okay, Krishna Paramatma, you offer anything to him. Pushpam you offer. When you offer that pushpam, what should be your thought? What should be your thought? Hey Bhagavan, I am worshipping you. Please enable me to know you very, very soon. I do not want anything else. You have given me everything. You have given me the wherewithal. You have given me the capacity to worship you. That is more than adequate for me. These are the noble thoughts you must entertain when you want to worship him Saguna Rupena. Nirguna Rupena is different. Nirguna Rupena, Anantam, Avyayam, Achintyam, Arupam, Agandham, Tata Arasam, all these. Oh, how to appreciate all this. Though you said this, I am not able to grasp this. Please give me the capacity to really understand the essence of your teaching. And then only I can reach you. That is the Nirguna Upasana. These are the things we must be aware of. Okay? Did I answer you?
yes, yes.
Yeah. I am the ritual, I am the worship, I am the food that is offered, I am food in general. See, in the 15th chapter, Bhagavan says, Sarvasya chaham, hridi sannivishtaha. I am in everything, in every being. Hridi sannivishtaha. I am very, very near in their heart. Hridi sannivishtaha. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. I forgot. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. Mattaha smritihi. Your memory is because of me. Matta smriti jnanam. And your jnanam is through me, because of me. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. Even your nature to forget things is because of me. Mattaha smritihi jnanam apohanam cha. Apohanam is, supposing you have had a bad bargain today and you are totally very sorrowful, and somebody has said something which that somebody is very, very dear to you, and he ought not to have said. Generally, he does not say that. He or she does not say that. Why this kind of an attitude change? I am really hurt. Supposing it's like that, and that keeps on bothering you. Can you sleep that day? Bhagavan says, Mattaha smritihi jnanam apohanam cha. Your nature to forget things is also me. This kind of a thing is required to be forgotten very, very quickly. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. That you need to forget to be with yourself again. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. Vedaischa sarvaihi ahameva vedyaha. In all the Vedas, I am the one to be known. Vedaischa sarvaihi ahameva vedyaha. Vedanta krit. Veda videva chaham. Vedanta krit. I am the one who has rendered the Vedantas. Vedanta krit. Veda vit eva cha aham. I am the one who knows the Vedas. What other clarity you require to be given to you to worship such a mighty Bhagavan? And Bhagavan says you are no other than him, and he has given you the wherewithal. He has given you through the pages of the Gita the directions how you can be him. Then why don't you adopt that? Why don't you adopt that directly? Why are you going through, instead of going through the royal highway? Why are you getting onto very, very troublesome pathways? I am the ritual, I am the worship, I am the food that is offered, I am food in general, I am the chants, I alone am the ghee, I am the ritual fire. These are about symbolic. I am everything. There is nothing other than me. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam. Everything is kind of arranged in me like flowers threaded through me, and you don't see the thread. I am in the entire Jagat. It is I. There is nothing in the Jagat which is not I, but you don't see the I. You keep on seeing different manifestations of me in the Jagat, and you think it is only that, and you get attached to that, and you get troubled also through that. That bhavana of yours will have to alter for your own good. Tava hitardhaya aham jnanam dadami. For your benefit, I'm giving you jnanam. Take it, and go forward. Aham eva ajyam, aham agnihi, aham hutam. And the next verse he says, Pitaham asya jagataha. Pitaham asya jagataha. For this jagat, I am the Pita. Pita aham asya jagataha. For this jagat, I am the Pita. Mata, I am the mother also. Data, the sustainer. Okay? And also Pitamaha. You may say, who is my father? Even that father of mine also is I. Pitamaha, Vedyam, Pavitram, Omkaraha, Ruk, Sama, Yajurevacha. We will take this up tomorrow. We're running out of time. Vedyam, Pavitram. What is required to be known is I. Pavitram, that which is absolutely purifying. Omkaraha, I am. Ruk, Sama, Yajuhu, Evacha. I am the Ruk Veda. I am the Sama Veda. I am the Yajur Veda. You may say, what happened to Atharva Veda? Atharva Veda is included in a different way, in the sense there are 3 Vedic mantras, I believe, essentially. The Ruk mantras, Sama mantras, and Yajuhu mantras. Okay? In the Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda, both of them, there are a lot of Yajur mantras. And Sama Veda is, I believe, full of Sama mantras. Ruk Veda which is supposed to be the first of the 4 Vedas. Ruk mantras are there, I believe. And there is a spillover from these Ruk Veda, Sama Veda, and Yajur Veda. And those mantras, all those things have been collected in the Yajur Veda. So Yajur Veda does not have essentially Ruk, essentially Sama, essentially Yaju mantras. It has got a kind of a mixture of all these things. Whatever has been the spillover from these three, that I believe has become the Yajur Veda. That is why in all these,
Yajur or Atharva?
huh?
Yajur Veda or Atharva Veda?
Sorry, Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda. In the Atharva Veda, all these three, the spillovers from all these three, Ruk, Sama, Yajur Veda, it became the Atharva Veda. I'm sorry, thank you. Okay, now in all these mantras, etc., whenever a reference is given, Atharva Veda is as though omitted. That's not the intention, but it is intention is to highlight the Vedas have essentially the 3 types of mantras. Pitahamasya jagataha, mata dhata pitamaha, pitamaha. Then pavitram onkaraha, ruksama yajurevacha. I am this, I am the father of the world, I am the mother, I am the one who sustains what is created, and I am the grandfather. Grandfather means that there is no cause for me. I am what is to be known. I am the purifier. Vedyam, Pavitram, purifier, Omkaraha, and I am the Ruk, Sama, and Yajur Vedas. Yeah, this we have seen. We will start from Gatit Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. Incidentally, tomorrow also we are meeting at the same time as we have met today.
Yes.
That's what Dr. Brahmara said. And
Yeah.
from day after, we will shift it by 1.5 hours for every location. All right?
Yes.
Is that understood clearly?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, good. Any questions on this?
Yeah. Regarding the Upanishads, like we have different deities, can all the Upanishads are talking of just the one Atma. Why do we have so many Upanishads? Why not just one?
Because there have been several rishis who have in their heights of contemplation come to know the Swarupa of Paramatma in different ways. And those rishis had a set of disciples. So the rishis have given to the disciples whatever they have gathered through their heights of contemplation. That became an Upanishad. Such like from different rishis, different Upanishads. Okay? It is not just one Upanishad. There are several Upanishads. I believe there is one small text, Upanishad Ratnakaram. Upanishad Ratnakaram. That has got 108 Upanishads given in a nutshell, in the sense, from each Upanishad, the author was a Swamiji. Whatever the author thought, or the imparted mantras from these 108 Upanishads, he has compiled, and that is Upanishad Ratnakaram. Okay? And that does not have the Gita at all. Because these Upanishads are Veda Antarbhagaha, which the Gita is not. Gita is not a Shruti Grandha. It is a Smruti Grandha. Upanishad Ratnakaram is there. Okay? We will see this. We will start from 18th verse tomorrow. same time tomorrow. From day after, it is 1.5 hours upward shift. Right. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bon voyage. Have a nice time.
Thank you, Nana. Hari Om.